What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to teach you how to cut your own hair. Yeah. What's going on, you guys? Little guy here, and I'm going to show you guys how to save a little bit of money while you're on the road by cutting your own hair. And it's not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you think. You got to remember the simple analogy, if you will. You could always cut more off. So go slow, take your time, watch how I do it. Maybe it'll give you, I don't know, some insight or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know if you can see the mirror there. It's kind of, yeah, put this right there like that. That might be like that. Okay, let me see if this, okay. You got to make sure that your clippers have oil on them, or else they won't work properly. So get yourself some clipper oil from wherever you get your hair cutting supplies. Walmart sells it. You can get it online. But you want to make sure your clippers have oil on them. Just a little bit, not a lot. Also, when you're cutting your own hair, you want to make sure that your hair, especially your beard, is clean. You don't want your hair to be greasy, and you don't want it to be dirty. You want it to be as clean as possible. Brush it down and get ready to start cutting. We're going to start with my hair first. I'm going to put this in a fast mode so we don't eat up too much time. So here we go. Alright, so when you're doing the back of your head, you need to make sure you have good lighting, have a big mirror in your hand, and the clippers in your other, and you kind of just go like this. You put the mirror back here, and you kind of see what you're doing. Like I said, you want to go slow, so you don't mess it up. Trust me, I've messed it up plenty of times and had to shave my whole head. You want to when you want to kind of fade it in and blend it, you want to kind of hold it at instead of holding it straight and cutting it straight, you want to kind of hold it at an angle a little bit, so that way it kind of blends it in. And then you kind of hold the mirror at other angles so you can see all different ways of what you're missing. Then when you get down to the lower levels and you want to do your sides and fade it in, what you do is you kind of start out flat and then scoop and scoop. Once you get it close, your fade close to where you want it, you want to kind of stand in the mirror like this and then look and see if you got it right. And then you can start edging everything up. And this is pretty good, pretty decent, depending on how short you want to cut it. So now what we're going to do is let me double check. Always double check. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Now we're going to take the edges out. And we're going to start edging. Like I said, make sure you put oil on your clippers. When you're edging up the back, I always like to take my shirt off so that way I can make sure I get a good clean cut. So don't mind me, I got my shirt off. I know I'm not the prettiest thing in the world, but when you're doing the edging, you really got to take your time. Once you get the line straight, then you can come in and round off the edges if you want, depending on what look you're going for. And I like to usually do round edges, so once I get it into a box like that, I'll round them off. Just kind of chop off the edges. Doing this takes a lot of practice. A lot of messing up over the years. I mean, well, like I said, if you're just trying to save some money, you can put one thing on and just do a buzz cut until you get comfortable, and then you could start messing around and getting creative. But it saves a lot of money, and you don't have to worry about letting your hair grow into a giant mess. And cleaning up your own hair is easy to do. Tighten the other side up a little bit. When you're doing your beard, you want to keep the length in it, you don't want to mess it up. What you do is you brush it down really good, and then you take your clippers, and instead of going against the grain, you go down to chop off the excess, so to speak, and then you come in and you do a nice line. So that's what I'm going to do now. Get it all brushed out, and then start chopping off the little stragglers. I'm going to put my glasses on for this. I'm getting old. There we go. You just brush it out and you look for stragglers. You don't want to do this a lot, obviously. You just want to take some weight out of it. Just the ones that stick out. And then to trim the edges, the bottom, you just kind of go in and you go straight back, and then you create your line, and then you work your way out from your chin. You want to keep brushing it when you're doing this so you don't miss any. That's how it's supposed to look. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to go take a shower. Get all this mess off, and that way you can see the finished product. Always double check though. Always double check, folks. We'll be back in a few moments. Let's, yeah, we'll be back. Alright, just got out of the shower. Hair's a little wet still. Make sure everything's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything is nice and straight. Back looks good. See, it's not hard, folks. Make sure if you're cutting your hair on your own, take your time. It takes... I've been doing it since I was a kid. Ever since my mom messed up my hair. And I had to go to the mall when I was in 5th grade at 9 o'clock at night because my mom decided to use a pair of dog grooming clippers to trim my hair. Well, she screwed it up. And I had to go to the mall at 9 o'clock at night and get my head shaved. Ever since then, I've been cutting my own hair. Okay? I've been getting better and better at it over the years. And I've been cutting my friend's hair. I cut my kid's hair. If you're cutting your hair and you're saving yourself some money, because you will save some money, think about it. If you're doing it at a truck stop, make sure you clean up after yourself. What kind of clippers do you need to buy? Buy a good pair. Like they say in life, sometimes you get what you pay for. Well, clippers are one of them. Get a good brand. This is a new brand I'm trying out actually called U-Free. I got it on Amazon. Battery operated, good motors, good blades. And so I think it did a good job. This was my first time using them. Now normally when I do my hair, I put a little oil in it, a little gel or whatever. So the reason why my hair is still wet right now because I like to, when I do my hair, I have that wet look and then I kind of flip it up like this. So yeah, but that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Hope you guys learned something today. Comment below, hit the like button on your way out, and we'll see you on the next one. I gotta go put some clothes on.